This screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me explain this partial fraction expansion method once again, and we will solve problems on this. So here they will give x of z in terms of numerator and denominator, and remember that always the highest power of numerator should be less than denominator. Then we will call that function as proper function. That means the denominator highest power should be greater than numerator highest power. Then we will call that function as proper function. For an improper function, the value of numerator, highest power of numerator is greater than or equal to denominator. Such function we'll call it as improper function. To make this improper function as proper function, we need to divide the numerator with the denominator once, and we need to represent quotient plus remainder by divisor, but that will be represented as sum of polynomial and a proper function. Okay, so to solve or to apply partial fraction method and to calculate inverse z transform, first of all they will give x of z, and remember that all the x of z should be in terms of z only, not in terms of z inverse. We need to represent, if they have given in z inverse, we need to convert that to z and represent x of z in terms of z only. And after that, x of z should be in the form of numerator and denominator. After that, second step is represent x of z by z. That means both sides divide with z. On the left hand side and right hand side of this expression, divide with z. And for x of z by z, you need to apply partial fractions. While applying partial fractions, they may arise three different cases. First case, the poles are distinct. That means all the poles are different to each other. Let us assume that x of z by z equal to c1 by z minus p1 plus c2 by z minus p2 plus so on cn by z minus pn. Like this, all the poles z minus p1, z minus p2, so on z minus pn are distinct or different poles. There is no relation between one and another. In that case, to calculate the coefficients or calculate the constants c1, c2, so on cn, we need to use the formula c suffix k equal to c suffix k equal to cross multiply this one z minus pk into x of z by z at z equal to pk, where k varies from 1 to n. By using this formula, we can calculate all the values of c1, c2, so on cn if the poles are distinct. Next, second case, if x of z by z has multiple poles, let us consider an example. X of z by z equal to 1 by z minus p1 and 1 by z into z minus p2 whole square. Here z minus p1 and z minus p2 are distinct, but we have z minus p2 whole square. That means this pole is repeating twice, that is multiple pole. So while expansion, we can represent this one as c1 by z minus p1 plus c2 by z minus p2 plus c3 by z minus p2 whole square. Directly, as this pole is distinct, you can directly calculate c1 equal to cross multiply this one z minus p1 into x of z by z at z equal to p1. Directly, you can calculate c3 also. Why? Because you are representing directly. Therefore, C3 equal to z minus p2 whole square into x of z by z at z equal to p2. But to calculate C2, if you represent the same formula, then you will get infinite. So in order to reduce that one, we need to differentiate. If for this one, for second one, C2 equal to d by dz of z minus p2 whole square into x of z by z at z equal to p2. Like this, we need to represent this one and differentiate that one. After differentiating only, you need to substitute or replace z with p2. Then you can find c2. This is second case. Third case, if x of z by z has complex poles, let us assume that p1 equal to a plus jb, then its conjugate, p1 conjugate will be a minus jb. Therefore, x of z by z can be represented as c1 by z minus p1 plus c1 conjugate by z minus p1 conjugate. If you calculate and to find the c1, the formula is same. C1 equal to z minus p1 into x of z by z at z equal to p1. By using the same formula, we'll calculate C1. If you know the value of C1, directly you can calculate its conjugate. So after applying partial fraction, that means after representing x of z by z, you'll get represent x of z. So shift this to right side and apply inverse z transforms to x of z to find x of n. Okay, these are the steps to need to follow. Next, note down some important formulas of inverse Z transform. Write down inverse Z transform formulas. Write down inverse Z transform formulas. So if we have x of z, what is its inverse Z transform? What is the inverse Z transform of x of z?
X of n.
X of n. Inverse Z transform of x of z is x of n. For example, finally after solving, if it is in the form of z by z minus a and mod z is greater than a. Mod z greater than a means which system it is? Mod z greater than a means
Causal.
which causal system. So if the expression, if you solve this one, it is in the form of z by z minus a, then its inverse z transform is a power n into u of n. The inverse z transform of z by z minus a for a causal system is a power n into u of n. Already we calculated this one. If you apply z transform to this one, you will get the same. So the inverse z transform of z by z minus a for a causal system is a power n into u of n. Next formula, z by z minus b for mod z less than b. Which system it is? Which system it is? Z less than b means
Anti-causal.
anti-causal system. So for anti-causal system, z by z minus b inverse z transform is minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1. Minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1. Minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1. Next, for example, after applying partial fractions, we may have multiple poles. For the second case, assume that z by z minus a whole square and its inverse z transform is n into a power n minus 1 into u of n. Remember, you need to remember this formula. For multiple poles, if it is in the form of z by z minus a whole square, then its formula is n into a power n minus 1 into u of n. For example, if there are three poles, z by z minus a whole cube, then its formula is n into n minus 1 into a power n minus 2 into u of n by 2 factorial. If we have three poles are repeating, then the formula for, then the inverse z transform of z by z minus a whole cube is n into n minus 1 into a power n minus 2 into u of n by 2 factorial. In general, if there are k number of poles repeated, z by z minus a whole power k are repeated, the generalized formula is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 so on n minus of k minus 2 into a power n minus k plus 1 into u of n by. So here if you are calculating for 3, what is its factorial? For calculating for 3, what is its factorial?
2 factorial.
2 factorial. So if there are k number of poles are repeating, then what is its factorial?
K minus 1.
K
K
minus 1
minus 1 factorial. This is the generalized formula if k number of poles are repeating. So generally we don't go for 3 and k. You require if they give multiple poles, you'll use this one. The z for z by z minus a whole square, its inverse z transform is n into a power n minus 1 into u of n. So these are the some of the inverse z transform formulas you need to remember. Okay. So note down problem. First problem. Find the inverse z transform of x of z equal to 1 plus 3 z inverse by 1 plus 3 z inverse plus 2 z power minus 2. X of z equal to 1 plus 3 z inverse by 1 plus 3 z inverse plus 2 z power minus 2. For ROC mod z greater than 2. For ROC mod z greater than 2 using partial fraction expansion method. Using partial fraction expansion method. Using partial fraction expansion method. So to apply partial fraction method, what is the first step? What is the first step?
In power Z లో ఉండాలి సార్ టర్మ్.
So given problem should be in the form of z such that we can represent 1 plus 3 z inverse can be represented as
1 by
z
Z.
inverse can be represented as 1 by z by 1 plus z inverse can be represented as 1 by z, therefore it is 3 by z. Z power minus 2 can be represented as z power minus 2 can be represented as
Z square 1 by Z square.
1 by z square. Solve this one and tell me in terms of expression. Take LCM and tell me the expression numerator by denominator. Tell me. What if you take this LCM? Z plus 3 by z by, if you take LCM, highest is z square. So z square plus 3z plus 2 by z square. So you can represent this one as z plus 3 by z into z square by z square plus 3z plus 2. So one z cancel. So finally you will get x of z equal to how much? X of z equal to
Z square plus 3Z divided by
represent the z into z plus 3 by z square plus 3z plus 2. So to apply partial fractions, the denominator should be in the terms of expression or poles. Poles. So what is the, how many poles you will get for z square? For z square, how many poles you will get?
2.
2. What are the poles?
Z plus 2, Z plus 1.
Z plus 1 and z plus 2. So you need to calculate this with, what is the formula to calculate this? ax square plus bx plus c. To calculate its root, what is the formula? Minus b plus or minus square root of
B square minus 4AC by 2A.
b square minus 4ac by 2a. So after applying this one, in the place of a we have 1, b3, c2. So by calculating you will get z plus 1 into z plus 2. This is first step. Next, second step. Second step,
Represent x of z by z.
represent x of z by z. That implies x of z by z equal to x of z by z equal to how much? I shift this to left side. Then it will be z plus 3 by z plus 1 into z plus 2. Then
Yes, sir.
okay. Now after representing x of z by z, what do we need to do?
Apply
We need to
partial
apply. We need to apply partial fractions. Apply partial fractions to x of z by z. That is x of z by z, which is equal to z plus 3 by z plus 1 into z plus 2. So if you apply partial fractions, now tell me. Apply partial fractions. After applying partial fractions, it will become. How to write partial fractions?
A by z plus 1 plus b by z plus 2.
Okay, shall we take A? Okay, A by z plus 1 plus b by z plus 2. Okay, so first consider, for simplification I am representing, first consider x of z by z equal to a by z plus 1. From this, a equal to what? A equal to
z plus 1 into x of z by z.
z plus 1 into x of z by z. What is x of z by z? Here at z equal to,
Minus 1.
we are considering minus. So a equal to z plus 1 into, what is x of z by z? Z plus 3 by
Z plus 1 into z plus 2.
z plus 1 into z plus 2 at z equal to minus 1. So z plus 1 gets cancelled. Substitute z equal to minus 1. So minus 1 plus 3 by minus 1 plus 2. How much? What is the value of a?
2. 2.
Therefore, a equal to 2. Next how to consider? Next one. Consider x of z by z equal to
b by z plus 2.
b by z plus 2. From this, b equal to, now tell me, b equal to
Z plus 2 into x of z by z.
z plus 2 into x of z by z at z equal to, we are considering z plus 2, therefore the value of z equal to minus 2. What is x of z by z? What is the expression for x of z by z?
Z plus 3 by z plus 1 into z plus 2.
Z plus 3 by z plus 1 into z plus 2. So z plus 2 gets cancelled. At z equal to minus 2. So substitute z equal to minus 2 in the remaining expression. Minus 2 plus 3 by minus 2 plus 1. How much? 1 by minus 1 gives
-1.
minus 1. Therefore, the value of b is minus 1. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Diploma students, are you following?
Yes, sir.
డిప్లొమాలో ఒక్కలే ఉన్నారా? ఒక్కలే ఉన్నారా? All of you are able to understand? Diploma students, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are following, sir.
Okay. So now substitute a and b values in this expression. Now tell me x of z by z equal to, we got a by z plus 1 plus b by z plus 2. Now substitute the values of a and b. X of z by z equal to, what is the value of a? 2 by z plus 1. What is the value of b? Minus 1. So minus 1 by z plus 2. Now go to the question. What is the system they have? Which system they have given? Here ROC is causal system. So next, what is the third step? What is the third step in partial fraction method?
Apply inverse Z transform to
Before
X of
applying inverse Z transform, what we need to do?
partial fraction.
Represent x of z, sir.
Represent x of z. From this, x of z equal to 2 is constant. Represent this one as, can I represent this one as z by z minus of minus 1? Can I represent like this? Can I represent z plus 1 as z minus of minus 1? Raicha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Minus z by z minus of minus 2. Now, by applying inverse Z transform. So previously I have, so for causal system, if it is in the form of Z by Z minus A, what is its inverse Z transform?
A power n into u.
into U.
A power n into u of n. So now it is in the same fashion. Therefore, inverse Z transform of x of z is, inverse Z transform of x of z. Formulas lo first one. X of n is equal to 2 is constant, z by z minus of minus 1. So in the place of a we have minus 1. So the formula is minus 1 whole power n into u of n. Is this clear? Okay now? Yes or no? Okay. Next, minus z by z minus of minus 2. What is its inverse Z transform?
Minus 2 whole power n into u of n.
Minus 2 whole power n into u of n. So this is the final solution. So like this, you need to solve. If for the given x of z, we need to find its inverse Z transform x of n by applying partial fraction method. Is this clear to all of you? Anybody having doubts? Anyone having doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So, are you completed up to calculation of A and B? Yes or no? Yes or no? Note చేసుకోవడం అయిపోయిందా B వరకు అంటున్నా.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now note down this remaining part. Completed? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about next problem? Next problem. Find the inverse Z transform of x of z equal to z into z square minus 4z plus 5 by z minus 1, z minus 2, z minus 3. X of z equal to z into z square minus 4z plus 5 by z minus 1, z minus 2, z minus 3. For first case, mod z greater than 3. Second case, mod z less than 1. And third case, mod z lies between 2 to 3. Mod z lies between 2 to 3. Using partial fraction expansion method. Using partial fraction expansion method. Okay, so to solve for these cases, before solving, first we need to apply partial fractions. What is the first step? What is the first step? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
What is the first step?
ఆల్రెడీ
Given
ఇంటర్ జెడ్ లో ఉంది కాబట్టి ఎక్స్ ఆఫ్ జెడ్ బై జెడ్
so given x of z equal to z into z square minus 4z plus 5 by z minus 1 into z minus 2 into z minus 3. Given this one, so already it is in the form of z, so no need to convert anything, just the step as it is. Next, what is the second step? Represent
ఎక్స్ ఆఫ్ జెడ్ బై జెడ్
x of z by z. So if you shift this to left side, the remaining part is z square minus 4z plus 5 by z minus 1, z minus 2, z minus 3. Okay, now after representing x of z by z, what we need to do?
అప్పుడే పార్షియల్ ఫ్రాక్షన్స్
Apply partial fractions. Now tell me the expression for partial fractions. X of z by z equal to, the expression is z square minus 4z plus 5 by z minus 1, z minus 2, z minus 3. Tell me the expression for applying partial fractions. It will become, apply partial fractions. Tell me, what is first one? Totally how many constants we need to calculate?
3,
Three.
sir.
Tell me first one, what is first one? చెప్పండి.
జెడ్ మైనస్
A by z minus
minus
1 plus
బి బై జెడ్ మైనస్ టూ
b by z minus 2 plus
బి బై జెడ్ మైనస్
c by z minus 3. First, To calculate A, consider what?
X of z by z equal to a by z minus 1.
X of z by z equal to A by z minus 1. Now tell me, A equal to how much?
Z
Z
minus 1
minus
into
1 into Z minus 1
x of
into
z by z. X of
directly
z
I am
by
representing. Anybody having problem? What is X of
no,
Z by Z? What is X of Z by Z?
z square minus 4z plus 5 by
Z square minus 4Z plus 5 by Z minus 1, Z minus 2, Z minus 3 at Z equal to how much?
1.
1.
1. Now substitute. Z minus 1 gets cancelled. So 1 square 1 minus 4 plus 5 by denominator 1 minus 2 into 1 minus 3. So 1 minus 4 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 plus 5 gives minus 3 plus 5. That's minus 3 plus 5.
2.
2 by denominator minus 1 into minus 2. Minus minus gets cancelled. 2 by 2 is
1.
1. Therefore, the value of A is 1. Next, consider what we need to consider. Chapal Vasga, consider
X of z by
X of
z
z
equal
by
to b by z minus 2.
X of Z by Z equal to B by Z minus 2. Now B equal to Z minus 2 into X of Z by Z is Z square minus 4Z plus 5 by Z minus 1, Z minus 2 into Z minus 3 at now what is the value of Z?
2, sir.
2, sir.
2. Z minus 2 gets cancelled. Substitute and tell me the value of B. Substitute and tell me the value of B. What is the value of B?
Minus 1, sir.
Minus 1. All of you got minus 1? All of you got minus 1? వచ్చిందా రాలేదా?
Sir.
Okay. Next, those who have completed, calculate for C. We need to consider what we need to consider.
X of
X of
z
Z by
equal to c by
Ah.
z minus
C by Z minus 3. Then C equal to Z minus 3 into X of Z by Z is Z square minus 4Z plus 5 by Z minus 1, Z minus 2, Z minus 3. At Z equal to how much? Z
3.
equal to
3, sir.
3. So Z minus 3 gets cancelled. Substitute Z equal to 3 and tell me the value of C.
1, sir.
1. Therefore, The value of C is 1. All of you completed all these 3 steps?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now represent x of z by z equal to, first one, a by z minus 1. The value of a is 1. Therefore, it is 1 by z minus 1. Next, plus b. B value is minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 by z minus 2. Plus c value is 1. 1 by z minus 3. Okay. So now represent, after representing x of z by z, what we need to represent?
Represent x of z.
Represent x of z. So therefore, x of z equal to z by z minus 1 minus z by z minus 2 plus z by z minus 3. So this is x of z. Now they have given 3 different cases. What is the first case?
Mod z greater than 3.
Mod z greater than 3. As there are 3 different poles, let me draw the ROC. Okay. No, so we are having pole set. How many poles we are having?
3 poles, sir. 1, 2,
3
3.
poles. So one pole is at. One pole is at. First pole is at
1.
1. So draw a circle corresponding to that one. Next, second pole is at. Second pole is at
2.
2. So draw a circle. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have one pole at. First pole is at 1. Second pole is at 2. And third pole is at
3, sir.
3. So represent that circle and assume this is z plane. And what is the condition they have given? Z
Mod z greater than 3, sir.
greater than 3. So ROC lies
Exterior to the
Exterior
circle.
to
exterior to the circle. So for 1, 2 and 3, it is causal system or not? For all the 3 poles, ROC lies exterior. Therefore, the system is which system?
Causal, sir.
Causal system. Therefore, for causal system, apply inverse Z transform. X of n equal to what is Z by Z minus 1? Inverse Z transform. Causal system. Formula for Z by Z minus A is what?
A power n into u of n.
A power n into U of n. In the same fashion, as all the three poles are causal, therefore for z by z minus 1 it is for z by z minus 1
1 into u of n.
1 in 1 power n, 1 power n is 1, therefore u of n. Next, what is second one? Z by z minus 2, as
2
we are
power
having minus, I am representing minus 2 power n into
U of n.
u of n plus same sign for z by z minus 3 it is
3 power n into U of n.
3 power n into u of n. So verify whether for all the poles it is causal or not. So for pole 1 lies outside, for pole 2 ROC lies outside, for pole 3 ROC lies outside. Therefore, as z is greater than 3, the given system is which system? Which system?
causal.
Causal.
Causal system. So for causal system, if it is in the form of z by z minus a, its inverse z transform is a power n into u of n. Therefore, x of z inverse z transform is x of n equal to, in the place of a we have 1, therefore z by z minus 1 equal to, inverse z transform is 1 power n into u of n, 1 power n is 1, therefore simply it is u of n, minus z by z minus 2 inverse z transform is 2 power n into u of n, plus z by z minus 3 inverse z transform is 3 power n into u of n. Is this clear to all of you? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, note down this one. Just complete this one. I will explain second one. Tell me after completing. Completed? Completed. Ma అయిపోయిందా?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, second one. What is second one? Second condition.
Mod Z less than 1.
Mod z less than 1. So I want to draw its ROC. What are the poles we are having? One pole is at 1, second pole is at 2, and third pole is at 3. And this is which plane? Which plane it is?
Z plane, sir.
Z plane. So this is real part of Z and this is imaginary part of Z. So what is the second case? Z less than
1.
1. Therefore ROC lies
Inside the
Interior.
circle.
interior to the circle 1. So for 1, ROC is causal or anti-causal?
Anti-causal.
For
Anti-causal.
pole 1, ROC is anti-causal. For pole 2 also ROC is
Anti-causal.
anti-causal. For pole 3 also ROC is
Anti-causal.
anti-causal. So for all the poles, ROC is anti-causal. So for an anti-causal system, if it is in the form of Z by Z minus B, then its inverse Z transform is what?
Minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1.
So it is in the form of minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1. So now tell me. So for this expression I am writing now. Then expression now. Okay. So for x of z, its inverse z transform is, for x of z, inverse z transform is x of x of
So n, sir.
x of n equal to, now, so it is in the form of z by z minus b. Now it's, as it is anti-causal, what is its formula? What is its formula?
Minus b.
Minus b power n. B power n is minus, so minus b power n. In the place of b, we have 1 here. Therefore, 1 power n into u of minus n minus 1. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next, second one. Already we have minus. So here it is also minus. So minus minus will become, minus
Plus
minus will become plus. In the place of b, we have
2.
how much here? 2.
2.
So it is 2 power n into u of minus n minus 1. This is for second term. Next, for third term, where we are having plus, here we are having minus. So plus minus is minus. In the place of b, we have how much?
3, sir.
3. So it is 3 power n into u of minus n minus 1. So this is the solution for inverse z transform of x of z is x of n. Is this clear to all of you? So from the given condition, you need to say whether it is causal or anti-causal or non-causal also. Third case also given, that is non-causal. This is which system?
Anti-causal system.
Anti-causal system. So for anti-causal, z by z minus b is minus b power n into u of minus n minus 1. This we need to apply. If it is a causal, it is in the form of z by z minus a, then its inverse z transform is a power n into u of n. Is this clear? Is this clear
Yes,
to all
sir.
of you? Okay, note down this one. Completed? Completed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, what is the third case? What is case 3? Case 3 ఏమి ఇచ్చారు? What is case 3?
Mod Z lies between 2 to 3.
Mod z lies between 2 to 3. So 2 is less than z. That means, can I represent this one as mod z greater than 2? Then they consider only this case 2 is less than z. That means z is greater than 2. And here another one is mod z less than 3. Can I represent above condition like this? Raicha?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So one pole is at first
One,
pole
sir.
is at 1. Second pole
One.
is at
2,
2. This one is at
3.
3. What is the ROC? First one is Z greater than 2
Greater than
and
2,
Z
sir.
less than 3. That
3.
means it is in between.
2 and 3.
ROC lies in between 2 and 3. Now tell me, for poles 1 and 2 ROC lies. For poles 1 and 2 ROC lies.
Outside, sir.
Outside means exterior. So
Exterior.
ROC lies
Exterior.
exterior. Then for poles 1 and 2 ROC is which system?
Causal system.
Causal system. Okay. Next, for pole 3 ROC
Interior.
lies interior.
Interior to the cell.
So this is which system?
Anti-causal.
Anti-causal.
Anti-causal system. That means, so in the same problem we have causal for poles 1 and 2, and for pole 3 it is anti-causal. So totally we'll call it as మొత్తాన్ని కంబైన్ చేస్తే both sides ఉంటే ఏం సిస్టమ్ అంటాం? Non-causal, two-sided system or non-causal system. Remember that both sides unte we call it as two-sided system, or we can also call as non-causal system. And now tell me, so for 1 and 2 we got, first I will write here for easy understanding, we got x of z equal to how much? Z by z minus 1 minus z by z minus 2 plus z by z minus 3. So now while applying inverse z transform in this case for poles 1 and 2 ROC is, for poles 1 and 2 what we need to apply?
Causal system.
Causal system we need to apply. Only for pole 3 we need to apply
Anti-causal.
Anti-causal.
anti-causal. So by applying inverse z transform x of n equal to so this is the causal for poles 1 and 2, it is causal system. Therefore z by z minus 1 formula is
1 power n into u of n.
1 power n into u of n. And for port 2 also causal system, therefore it is
2 power n into u of n.
2 power n into u of n. Next, what about third one? It is which system?
Anti-causal.
Anti-causal.
Anti-causal system. Therefore what is the formula?
Minus 3
Minus
power n into
3 power n into u of
minus n minus 1.
Minus n minus.
minus n minus 1. So this is the solution for third case. Like this you need to solve for inverse z transform. Is this clear to all of you, or anyone having doubt in this one? All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
ఇంకా ఎవరికైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? నో డౌట్. Completed?
No, sir.
Completed. Completed or not?
Sir.
Okay. Next problem. Determine x of n. Note on the problem. Determine x of n for the causal system. For the causal system. Determine x of n for the causal system using partial fraction method. Using partial fraction method having the z transform. Having the z transform x of z equal to 1 by 1 minus 2 z inverse into 1 minus z inverse whole square. Determine x of n for the causal system using partial fraction method having the z transform x of z equal to 1 by 1 minus 2 z inverse into 1 minus z inverse whole square. What is the first step? What is the first step?
Z in terms of Z only.
X of z should be in terms of z only. So you can represent x of z as 1 by 1 minus 2 into z inverse can be represented as 1 by z. And 1 by 1 minus 1 by z whole square. Take LCM and take common, and now tell me what is the expression for x of z you will get. Take LCM and tell me the expression in terms of numerator and denominator. Simple. How much you'll get? You'll get
Z cube by Z minus 2 into Z minus 1.
z cube by z minus 2 into z minus 1 whole square. Isn't it? Then
Okay.
so here 1 is which pole it is?
Multiple poles.
Multiple pole. One second. Now, after representing x of z, we need to represent. We need to represent
X of Z
So
plus
that
2.
will
x of z by z. What is x of z by z? You will get. Divide both sides with respect to z. ఏమవుతుంది? X of z by z equal to
z square by
z square by
z
z
minus
minus
2
2
into z minus 1 whole.
z minus 1 whole square. Now apply. What we need to apply?
Partial fraction.
Apply partial fractions. So we will get x of z by z equal to z square by z minus 2 into z minus 1 whole square equal to if you apply partial fractions you will get first term is what is first term?
A by z minus 2.
A by z minus 2 plus second term
B by z minus 1.
b by z minus 1 plus third term
C by z minus 1 whole square.
c by z minus Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Sorry for the disturbance. Power cut again. Okay, so x of z by z equal to a by z minus 2 plus b by z minus 1 plus c by z minus 1 whole square. Now first we need to consider what? We need to consider x of
So
z by z equal to
a
how
by
much?
z minus 2.
A by z minus 2. Then we can represent a equal to z minus 2 into what? Cross multiply x of z by z. X of z by z equal to z square by z minus 2 into z minus 1 whole square. So z minus 2 gets cancelled at z equal to how much?
2.
Z equal to
2.
2. Now we substitute z equal to 2 square. 4 by 1 is how much?
4.
What is the value of a we got? 4. Next, first we'll calculate C, later we'll calculate B. So consider x of z by z equal to C by z minus 1 whole square. From this, C equal to z minus 1 whole square into x of z by z is z square by z minus 2 into z minus 1 whole square at z equal to how much? Here what is the
1.
value of z? 1. Therefore z minus 1 whole square gets cancelled. So if we substitute z equal to 1, 1 square is 1 by 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Therefore the value of C is minus 1. Now consider x of z by z equal to b by z minus 1. So can we represent b directly like this? Raicha Raigurda?
No, sir.
No. So for that, what is the formula for b? We have represented d by dz of
Z minus
z
1
minus
whole
1
into x of z by z.
x of z by z is z square by z minus 2 into z minus 1 whole square. After differentiating, you need to replace z with 1. So z minus 1 whole square, here also whole square, z minus 1 whole square gets cancelled. Therefore it will be d by dz of z square by z minus 2 at z equal to 1. So it is in the form of u by
U by v, sir.
u by v. What is the formula?
Denominator
What is the
into
formula?
numerator.
Pu dash minus
U by
uv
v.
dash square v squares.
So u dash into v. U dash is this. If this is u,
2z.
this is v. The formula for u by v. Differentiation of u by v is u dash v minus v dash u by denominator v square. So u dash is 2z into v is z minus 2 minus v dash What is the value of our v dash?
1.
1 into z square by z minus 2 whole square at z equal to 1. So if you expand this one, 2z into z, 2z square minus 2z into 2, 4z minus z square by z minus 2 whole square at z equal to 1. So this is equal to 2z square minus z square. How much? 2z square minus z square.
Z square.
Z square minus 4z by z minus 2 whole square at z equal to 1. So if we substitute, 1 minus 4 is how much? Z square is 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3 by, this is minus 1 whole square is 1. Therefore, the value of b is how much?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. So like this, you need to find the value of b. If there is a multiple pole, to calculate b, you need to use d by dz of same z minus 1 whole square into x of z by z. You need to use the formula b equal to d by dz of, what is the repeated pole? You need to consider z minus 1 whole square into x of z by z at z equal to 1. This is we need to consider. Anyone having doubt in this one? All of you. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, note down this. After that, you will solve. Note down that. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tell me the expression for x of z by z. X of z by z equal to a by, what is the value of a we got? A by z minus 2. The value of a is
4.
4 by z minus 2. Next, plus here it is minus. Therefore, minus 3 by z minus 1 plus c by z minus 1 whole square. What is the value of c?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 by z minus 1 whole square. In the problem, which system they have specified? Which
Causal.
system is causal? So after that, you need to represent x of z. X of z equal to 4 is constant, z by z minus 2 minus 3 is constant, z by z minus 1 minus z by z minus 1 whole square. Isn't it? Then
Yes, sir.
yes or no? Okay. So now apply inverse z transforms. The inverse z transform of x of z is x of
X of L.
equal to 4 into for z by z minus 2, What is its inverse Z transform?
2 power n into u of n.
2 power n into u of n. Minus 3 is constant. For z by z minus 1, its inverse Z transform is. For z by z minus
U
1,
of
its inverse 1 power n is 1 into u of n. Next, minus. So it is in the form of multiple poles. What is the formula for multiple poles? It is in the form of z by z minus a whole square. What is its inverse Z transform formula we have represented?
n into
A power n minus 1 into
U.
u of n. So in the place of a we have
1.
1. Therefore tell me n into 1
U
power
of n.
n minus 1 is 1 power n
1.
minus 1 is how much? 1 into u of n. So this is the solution for the given problem. Is this clear to all of you? Okay now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we'll solve one more problem and I will end the today's class. Next. So last problem for today's class. Find the inverse Z transform of. Find the inverse Z transform of x of z equal to 1 by 2 z power minus 2 plus 2 z inverse plus 1. X of z equal to 1 by 2 z inverse z power minus 2 plus 2 z inverse plus 1 using partial fraction method. Using partial fraction method. If they are not specified causal or anti-causal, then by default you need to consider causal system. So here they are not specified, so by default take it as causal system. So what is the first step? X of z should be in the form of
Z, sir.
z. So convert this. X of z equal to 1 by, this can be represented as 2 by z square plus 2 by z plus 1. Take LCM and tell me the expression for x of z. So if you take LCM, you will get z square. If you convert that to numerator, it will be z square by z square plus 2z plus 2. Then
Yes, sir.
you will get z square plus 2z plus 2. Now calculate poles and tell me the expression. X of z equal to z square by what is the first pole? Use calc or use minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. ఎంత వస్తుంది?
One plus or minus 2i.
1 plus or minus
Minus 1 plus or minus 2i.
2 అయ్యా అయ్యే కదా. You'll get
Yes, sir.
minus 1 plus or minus I or j. This you will get. Okay. So one pole is at minus 1 plus j and another one pole is at minus 1 minus j. Okay now. Therefore, we can represent this one as z minus of minus 1 plus j is one pole and second pole is at z minus of minus 1 minus j. Directly I am representing in terms of minus. Is this clear? Is this clear to all of you? So you'll get z equal to -1 plus j and z equal to -1 minus j. So if you represent this as a pole, shift this to left side, you can represent this one as z minus of -1 plus j. Similarly, second one, z minus of -1 minus j. Okay? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after representing x of z, what we need to represent? X of
Z by Z.
z by z is equal to z by z minus of -1 plus j into z minus of -1 minus j. Now we need to apply what we need to apply? Apply partial fractions. Then it will be x of z by z equal to z by z minus of -1 plus j into z minus of -1 minus j. Tell me, if you apply partial fractions, it is a by z minus of -1 plus j, and another one is second one. Second one in right, partial fraction lo.
A conjugate.
A conjugate. Why? Because for -1 plus j, -1 minus j is
Complex
conjugate.
conjugate.
Therefore, simply you can represent A conjugate by z minus of -1 minus j. First consider only if you calculate one, second one will be its conjugate. Consider x of z by z equal to a by z minus of -1 plus j, which is equal to a is z minus of -1 plus j into x of z by z is z by z minus of -1 plus j into z minus of -1 minus j. Plus j. Okay, now any doubt in this one? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so z minus of -1 plus j, z minus of -1 plus j will get cancelled. Therefore, remaining term is z by z minus of -1 minus j at z equal to -1 plus j. Now substitute directly z is -1 plus j by -1 plus j. If we substitute minus of -1 is +1, minus of minus j is plus j. So -1 plus 1 gets cancelled. It is a equal to -1 plus j by j plus j will become 2j. This can be represented as a equal to -1 by 2j plus j by 2j. So here jj gets cancelled. Therefore, a equal to -1 by 2 is minus 0.5. 1 by j can be represented as
Minus j.
minus j plus 1 by 2 is 0.5. Therefore, minus minus gets cancelled. Therefore, the value of a is 0.5 plus j 0.5. Then what about its a conjugate? No need to calculate second one. What does it say conjugate?
0.5 minus J 0.5.
0.5 minus J 0.5. Therefore, sorry. Therefore, x of z by z equal to a by 0.5 plus j 0.5 by z minus of minus 1 plus j plus a conjugate is 0.5 minus j 0.5 by z minus of minus 1 minus j. Therefore, shifting this z to right side, x of z equal to, so here 0.5 plus j 0.5 is constant into z by z minus of minus 1 plus j plus 0.5 minus j 0.5 is constant z by z minus of minus 1 minus j. Which system it is? Which system?
Causal, sir.
Causal. So directly this is constant 0.5 plus j 0.5. It is in the form of z by z minus a. What is in the place of a we have? In the place of a we have
-1 plus j.
Plus
minus
J.
1 plus j whole power n into u of n plus 0.5 minus j 0.5 is constant. Now it is in the place of z by z minus k. In the place of a we have minus 1 minus j whole power n into u of n. So if this is a conjugate, you will solve like this. Anybody having doubt in this one? The procedure is same, but simply we have conjugate terms. That's it. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? No down. I think have you up to this you have completed? Note down this. Can I scroll down? Completed? అయిపోయిందా? Completed or not?
Completed, sir.
Okay. So we'll solve some problems on the next class. Respond attendance. One second.